Welcome to Who's Thinking Different. Today I'm joined by Corey Therian of IDL Projects. He's going to tell us about his positive air tent innovation. Corey, thanks for joining me.
Not a problem at all.
So I'm pretty excited about your guys' innovation. Really cool and something a little bit different. But before we dive into that, can you tell us who you are and what you do?
My name is Corey Therian. I am a superintendent with IDL Projects, carpenter by trade, but mainly look after commercial buildings, more on the new build side than renovation side, but been with IDL, around 8 years or so as a superintendent, but mainly on the commercial side.
So Corey, tell us about this innovation.
Well, we were kind of struggling on the winter front on a congested work site to try and have multiple trades working, trying to figure out a way to have our underslab plumbing going with keeping temperatures for their glues and allowing us to do our excavations and pouring concrete and so on and so on. There's a lot of activity in one area. We were struggling with a ground thaw unit, having to wrap it up, like put it out every day, wrap it up every day. The amount of time that's consumed on just being able to start your work, it was chewing up a lot. So we were kind of went from a small aspect, because I've done it in the past on a small part of footings or an excavation, but nothing to this kind of degree. And we essentially set up 2 domes over our building, which was a total of 160 feet by 60 feet. We allowed our excavator to operate in there, do our excavations, import material, pour our slabs. Quite a bit was completed during that time frame.
Some of our teams, obviously, cold weather is something we battle with, in Northern Canada quite a bit, but we don't hear too many of this. This is the first time we've heard of this innovation coming up. So tell us, how did this get started, and was it hard to get buy-in to do this?
Not really. It was more of a discussion that was on site of us trying to figure it out. And we initially were going to start trying to do it on kind of in thirds as a smaller section. And then between myself and a couple of the crew members, it was a matter of, well, why don't we try it on a larger scale and kind of start exploring a little more with it. It was a little bit of a trial and error and, a team effort obviously on it. But as you start to put the amount of heat that you need into it, as well as pulling in whatever positive air you need from fans to kind of keep everything afloat, especially during cold temperatures, it was kind of a trial and error, but it just kind of came together with, the team kind of trying to figure out the best possible way for us to continue without having real complications.
And how difficult was this to make happen? Like, how difficult was one of these domes to set up?
Very easy, to tell you the truth. It's just fastened around the perimeter of the foundation. We have 2x4s that are wired and nailed around the perimeter with the reinforced poly wrapped with plywood and fastened to that. And then down the center of it, it's all just stitched with small plywood strapping. So our setup, the first one took a little longer to do because it was our first attempt at it. But when we set up our second dome, it was, I believe we were set up in a matter of 4 to 6 hours. It was really, really minimal to set up.
Yeah, that's incredible. So it sounds like this is something that you guys are definitely keeping in your back pocket for future projects.
I definitely will, for sure.
Yeah, so let's take a second and kind of chat about those impacts. It sounds like obviously there's a ton of productivity, some time saved. Obviously, I would imagine working in those conditions, it's a lot safer environment to work in as well. Is there other impacts of this innovation that you'd like to highlight for us?
The biggest thing for us, I think, in the winter time with it was being able to get going right off the hop in the morning. The amount of working hours that you had in the winter time was crucial for us, as it is on any job typically. But being able to get going right off the hop without having to be concerned about snow removal or things freezing overnight or any of those kind of possibilities. Just the amount of working hours that you had in the day was significantly more with what we did. But the productivity on the inside, being able to do your excavations and pour your concrete and continue on working on the other tasks without having to set up any kind of additional heating or additional hoarding. Everything's just kind of done in one area, as if you're kind of working in that summer environment to a point.
Yeah, I can be extremely happy to see this innovation. Like I said, the judges absolutely loved it. Congratulations and thank you for getting this into us. And I look forward to kind of more innovations from your guys' team, and also looking to see where this innovation goes with the rest of the group. So thanks again for getting it in. Congratulations on your quarterly win.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.